Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a weekly message from Jesus. Each week, I'm blessed to be able to bring you his words. He has given me the gift of being able to speak the words of the spirits, and I try to bring them to you as much as I can. So I know our Father is here and he's waiting to speak. So let us begin. Hello, everyone. And yes, each week Barry does try to bring you a message. Each week, I try to speak to you. I speak to you as simply as possible. I don't try to complicate things. Each week, I try to bring you a different message, but my message is so simple that I often repeat myself. But the more I repeat myself, the more the message may sink in. So that is just the way it is. Today, I would like to speak to you about life. Life can be a very crooked road for many people. We send you back with a life plan, and that is intended to be your roadmap. Many people follow it, many people don't. Many people believe in me, and many people don't. Many people have faith, and many people don't. Sadly, there are so many don'ts that we have to keep repeating the message. How you follow that crooked road of life is entirely up to you. You have free will to make your decisions. You can turn right, you can turn left, you can go straight ahead, you can stay on the path. Life is not easy. That's why I refer to it as a crooked road. If you've ever driven on a really crooked road, you know how hard it is. You have to fully concentrate. You have to focus on what you're doing, and you cannot let anything guide you off of that road, or there will be serious consequences. It could cost you your life. Well, the crooked road of life is much the same. When you stay on that road, it will lead you on a pathway to a wonderful judgment in heaven. When you stray from that road, you will make bad decisions. You'll draw away from me, you won't pray for advice, and you'll make your own decisions. Perhaps those decisions work out, but in most cases they don't. When you pray, we hear you. You have to have faith that we hear you. It's all part of the rules. It's that foundation of faith that makes everything work. Faith is the automobile that keeps you on the road of life. It helps you make the turns. It helps you make the proper decisions. If you base all of your decisions on what people refer to as the golden rule, then the odds are pretty good that things will work out for you. You may have doubts that I exist, and that's very possible. Actually, it's very probable because I will never prove to you that I exist. I will show you evidence that I exist. I will have the individuals I sent back perform miracles, and I will allow you to hear my words. So those are all clues, shall we say, to my existence. Those of you that ignore those clues, you will be on your own. You can be on your own and still follow my advice. It's common sense not to do anything to anyone that you don't want done to you. I mention it every week. I want that one single lesson to become the foundation of your life. When you're facing a decision, ask yourself how it affects others. If it hurts others, then it's probably not the right decision. If it helps others, then it's probably the right decision. There can be times that you are forced to make decisions that hurt others. Managers are faced with those decisions all the time. If business is not good, let's say that your government raises interest rates and causes your business to have problems. You have to make decisions. Foremost in your mind is protecting the business, because there'll be a time that things will get better in the economy and your business will prosper. Your business has to be there in order to prosper when things get better. So it may be that you do have to lay people off and hurt them. Do it in a civil manner. Explain to them why you have to do it. Try to find employment for them elsewhere. Help them with their unemployment. Do all of the things to make it as easy on them as you can. You need to make the decision that the business must exist, and you have to do things so that it does, because when it comes back, it helps many more people. But make it as easy on the people that you hurt as possible. You're not going to be judged if you are as good as you can be. There are people out there that are running businesses that simply enjoy laying individuals off. They like hurting others. Well, they're going to be judged far different than you will be for making the decisions that you need to make. You see, that's a common sense thing. There are times that you're going to be hurt. No doubt about it. In the 80 or so years that you'll probably live, there are many times that you're going to be hurt. You will watch your family members pass. You will lose your parents. Hopefully nothing will happen to your children, but there are times that that takes place too. And you suffer this intense grief. We try to do the best as we can to help soften the grief, but there's no real answer for it. Grief is a terrible, terrible emotion. You must personally conquer it yourself. Sometimes you lose your mate and you blame God for it. Why would God ever take my mate? Why would he take my husband from me? Well, it happens. When your husband made that life plan to return, it was obvious that there was a lesson that had to be learned, and you had to learn to handle grief. Don't blame God because your family member made a life plan that creates a tough lesson for you. You see, God, me, I'm not Santa Claus. I can't do everything that you ask for because it'll go against some of your life plans. Life is indeed a very, very crooked road, and it is your responsibility to keep your vehicle or body on that crooked road. There are many turns to the left and turns to the right. When you ask for assistance, we will help you with those decisions. We tell you this every week as well. Many of you listen very closely. Many of you actually lead your lives according to my messages and to my suggestions. And we so appreciate that. But many of you don't. Not necessarily the ones that are listening to my words, because they generally do follow my advice. They take time to listen, They take time to understand, and they make the proper decisions on following their crooked roads. There are many that hear one of the messages and they'll say, "Oh, this isn't for me. I was taught differently. I was taught many things by my church that do not agree with the words that I'm hearing. I'm going to choose to follow the teachings of my church." And then they go out and do what they want. You see, it's easy to say you're going to do something and then not do it. That's human nature too. It's another trait that we see all the time. Religions are generally good things. They will teach you how to get along with others, but often they will teach you things that are not correct. You see, if they tell you that they are the only way to heaven, it's not accurate. If they teach you that the only way to heaven is through their sacraments, through their teaching, through their help, through their assistance, through your contributions, that's not accurate either. You're going to heaven, no doubt about it, 100%. If their percentage is higher than 100, it would be that. You will go to heaven. Your soul, when you pass from your body, is going to heaven. What takes place when you get there, that's what's up to you. I guarantee you'll get there. You must choose what happens when you arrive. Simply following my words assure a grand welcome, a great future in heaven. Ignoring my words will give you a judgment that's not so much. You see, the crooked road of life is real. No one said life was going to be easy. You knew it before you came back. You know it every day of your life. You know the frustrations of failure. And I hope you know the elations of success. Success is not necessarily what you hear it is. It's not great wealth. Can be, but it's not meant to be. Success is following my words. Success in life is doing unto others as you would have them do to you, and truly carrying that out. Every day of your life, you have an opportunity between failure and success. You will face decisions every day that you must make. If you make the proper ones to follow my words, you are successful. You may not have all the trappings of wealth, but you are more successful than those that do, because you truly understand the way to stay on that road. You are staying on the road to a wonderful existence in my heaven. Nothing is more important than that. If you stay on the road of the path of my words, then when you return, you will advance. As you advance in the realms, you will become closer to me. As you become closer to me, you will have many more trappings of the wealth of heaven. Heaven's a lot like the world you live in. In heaven, there's lower levels for the people that do not follow my words. On earth, there's poverty. Poverty makes the road of life much more crooked. Poverty results because individuals don't care enough to help others. There's no reason for poverty to exist. If you follow my words, then you will not come back with a karma that leads you to poverty. You see, everything becomes very simple. It comes down to simply listening to what I say, having faith that those words are true, and following the words. What could be more simple? Or what can be more difficult? Often your road of life has turns and intersections that take you far away from my teachings. All you need to do is turn on your television, your computers, look at social media. You will see so many examples of people that have made the wrong decisions in life. You will see people suffering so badly you can't put it into words. Often that is a result of others. You're currently seeing a terrible war. People are suffering horribly in several locations. Those are because of decisions that evil people have made. There's no way around it. If evil people make terrible decisions, others have to respond to it. I wish it was not so, but it is. I wish that everybody took this season where you're celebrating my birth and made a resolution that they would not hurt anyone in the new year. If that took place, then you would be living in a world that emulates heaven. There's no violence, there's no hatred, and there's no violence of evil in heaven. Life on earth can be pretty similar. All you have to do is follow my words. So contemplate my words during this season where you celebrate my birth. I'll be back to you next week, and we will talk again. I bless all of you. I even bless those of you that do not believe in me. Goodbye. Thank you, everyone, for listening. There's another great message. Christmas is coming. Don't take Christ out of Christmas. So goodbye, and we will return again next week.